Hey everybody, it's EJ. Hope everyone is doing well. So I'm here to do another spread with you guys. So I've been inspired by these abstract faces and I wanted to do a two-page spread with these. So that's what I'm going to do today. I have a stencil here that I recently got from Stencil Girl. And what I'm doing is using my Posca paint pen to trace through the stencil. But I decided I wanted the color to pop more than what it was doing on that craft background. So first I'm going to go over it with a white Posca paint pen. Then I'll go over that white with the color paint pen. Okay, so I decided that tracing through the stencil the second time with the color paint pen was too tedious. So I said, I'm not about to do that. So I'm just freehanding going over the white Posca with the color Posca. It's much easier and it was much quicker. So I'm sure you guys noticed that when I'm working in my journal that I turn my book a lot. And I do that because I find that when I draw a line, if I pull the line towards me, I can do a straighter line and a more confident line. So I'm always turning my book so that that line is positioned in such a way that when I write, I can pull that line towards myself. It just makes it easier, and I find that I can trace better, I can draw a straighter line. So that's why I turn my book often. Okay, so now I'm going to go in over my pencil marks with my black Posca paint pen and just strengthen those lines, thicken those lines to be as bold as I want them to be. Okay, here I'm strengthening my border with my black Posca paint pen, and I'm doing a jagged line on purpose, but I'm going over it twice, making sure that I don't go over the same line twice. I want some inconsistencies in that line. And the reason I want those inconsistencies is because I want to doodle inside of those spaces that it leaves. So I'll go and make stripes with my black and white Posca paint pen, and it just gives it character. It's something I like to do. I know that eventually I'm going to cut this page because I want it to be like a flap in my book instead of a whole page. But I rarely do 2-page spreads, and I wanted to do something different. And just with my style, I have to cut into a page. Cutting into a page is very therapeutic for me. It's just what I enjoy. And that's what art journaling is about, doing what you enjoy the most in your art journal. So my plan is to collage into those negative spaces of the face. So what I have here is a piece of acetate, and I'm using just a plain old Sharpie, small tip Sharpie, and tracing over the negative spaces that where I want to put collage. And then I'll cut those out and trace them onto the collage paper, cut the collage paper, and then glue them onto my mask. As you can see there, I have a piece of collage paper that I've had for a while. I used to do abstract portraits, and we would start with a crazy background and paint a picture of ourselves on it. It was a class that I taught, but I wanted to use that paper in this journal spread. So that's what I'm doing there. It's just an easy way to get the collage paper to fit exactly where you want it to be. So here I'm just using my Stays On ink and my mini blending tool to get rid of that stark white edge on my collage pieces. Like I said before in a previous video, I don't care for that stark white edge. I think I forget to do it on the other abstract face, but I can use my pen to go and kind of shade that in so it's not so white, but ideally I want to do it before I stick it down. So that's what I'm doing now. behold the glue monster. So you guys know I like to use a lot of glue. I cannot stand for edges to peel up later or to have to re-glue anything later. So I'm using my glue stick as well as some tacky glue around the edges so those pieces won't come up. This is quite thick paper because it's Arches watercolor paper. And so I knew I would have to use some kind of heavy duty glue to keep it down. Damien. Okay, this is where I started to jack this video all the way up. So you're gonna have to excuse me. I'll explain later. Here I'm just writing in my quote with my pencil just to make sure it fits. Later on, I'll go over it with my black Posca paint pen. Hey guys, it's EJ. Well, I kinda screwed up a little bit. When I thought I was recording, I actually was pausing the recording. And when I thought I was pausing the recording, I was actually recording. So you missed a lot of the process. I guess it happens to the best of us. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what I did to get to this point. So I think you saw me journaling with my pencil the quote that I used here, but I just traced these onto a piece of, at first I used clear acetate, but it is much easier to use tracing paper. So when I got to the black and white parts, I used tracing paper. So I just laid the tracing paper over, traced the shape inside of the figure, and then cut it out and then traced it onto this pattern paper that I had. This is just a pattern that I found online, and then I, excuse me, I blew it up and then traced it up here. And I used my glue stick to glue them into place. I also, if you see the color, I went over my quote with a thicker Posca paint pen, and then I colored in the negative spaces just using some of the ink and a brush. So I just poured it out onto my mat here, and then I just painted it in different places. So I think I use, I don't know if this is crushed grape or laid back lilac. Then I use fresh lime, and then I use vibrant turquoise, and I want to say this is bubblegum pink is what I want to say it is. And so, yeah, I just went through and did that. I also took, oops, my Stabilo all and went around here and kind of darkened around this side and spread it out with some water just a little bit. I could probably make this darker if I wanted to fiddle with it some more, but I just left it alone. And let me see, what else did I do? Oh yeah, I took a white Posca, and then I did the little stitch marks that I like to do around the figures. I didn't put any right here, so I'll go ahead and do that. And then I took my black and did those stitch marks inside of some parts of the face here. And pretty much that's it. I'm sorry that I didn't get all of it recorded for you guys, but things happen. So I hope you guys enjoy this page, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye-bye.